Alright guys, so today's topic of discussion for this video is going to be respect. Somebody brought up in my Facebook posts that they would like to see me talk about how people demand respect when they don't even respect themselves. And hey, it's a very good question. I'm not going to focus so much on self-respect, but more on just respect in general. The number one school of thought that I've kind of discovered that people have is that respect is earned, not given. And I could see why a lot of people would think that, but let's be honest, there's a huge flaw with that school of thought. For one, if respect is earned and not given, to earn respect, you must also respect. That's just my thought. If I expect somebody to respect me, I have to respect them. And if I'm meeting somebody for the first time and I don't respect them, then how am I supposed to expect that I can earn their respect? Because to disrespect is to tarnish respect. So for me, I look at it as it's one of those things where it's actually the opposite. Respect is given and lost, that more so than it is earned. Now, I'm not saying you can't earn somebody's respect. Let's say you are given that person is giving you the respect, and you do something to lose their respect. Well, then now you're back into the earning respect realm of the world, in thoughts and stuff like that. But you can't just meet somebody for the first time and expect them to respect you while you don't give them any respect, because ultimately if they respect you and you don't respect them because they quote unquote haven't earned it yet, then when it comes down to it, you're going to end up losing their respect before they earn yours. And therefore disrespect is going to run rampant between the association or relationship you have developed with that individual. So for me, I think it's one of those things where respect is an automatic. It's something that can be lost, not gained, or earned, or whatever. You should respect somebody the minute you meet them, and let them determine through your encounters with them and your conversations and your dealings as to whether they have earned the right to maintain your respect. That's a different story. I respect anybody and everybody I meet until they give me a reason not to. Same with, it's the same. Respect and trust kind of go hand in hand. If you respect somebody, you trust somebody. If you don't trust somebody, then clearly you don't respect them. And it's probably because they don't respect you. So for me, it's just one of those things. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that I personally, I respect anybody and everybody I meet. Right out the gate, I don't expect them to have to go through any series of trials and interviews or things like that for me to say, okay, I respect you now. Now, I can definitely have a deeper level of respect for somebody if I already respect them and they'd go above and beyond to say, help me move, help me out in my times of need. Then I can develop further respect. Or if I see how they interact with other people, then I can respect them even more. You can definitely earn a deeper level of respect. But to come out the gate and say, I don't respect you because I just met you, I mean, that there is almost like disrespecting yourself in that way, because you're saying that ultimately you don't trust people. You don't trust their level of humanity. And again, this is all just me. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments. But that's just what I think. For me, it's respect is given and lost and re-earned, if possible. But it's not something that's expected to be earned from the get-go. If you are one of those people that does subscribe to the school of thought that respect is earned, not given, then you should probably look at yourself and realize there's something going on within yourself. You probably have some level of disrespect, and I apologize for the wobble of the video and the stability of it. It's a bumpy road. But anyways, you should probably look at yourself and figure out why you feel that way, why you think that's right. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying my personal opinion. This is how I view the situation and things like that. But for me, I see it as if I meet somebody and I immediately look at them and I immediately make a snap judgment that this person doesn't deserve my respect, then I've already determined that person is not going to be somebody I want to talk to. They're not somebody that I can trust. They're not somebody that I'm going to call my friend without even meeting them on a thorough level. And I mean, sitting down, have a conversation, getting to know them as a human being and as an individual. If you're looking at somebody because they dress like a thug and immediately label that person as unrespectable because of the way they dress, then you've already set that person up for a label that they may or may not be deserving of. I'm not saying just because they're dressed as a thug they're still a nice person. They might very well be just that. They might be a thug and they are repping their lifestyle. But there's other people that dress in what we would classify as society would classify as thug attire or thug gear, and they wear it because it's comfortable. They feel most natural in that attire, and that's just the way things are. It could also just be that it's what they have to do to survive where they live. If you live in a rough neighborhood where wearing the wrong colors can get you shot, dressing the wrong way can get you shot, then they could be on their way to Harvard, but they dress the way they do so they can make it there. You know what I mean? So to assume that they have to to label them with a status that requires them to earn your trust and your respect, you're basically just self-identifying that person as somebody you have no interest in getting to know. And that's definitely a problem, because like I said, there's some of the nicest people in the world are some of the most how do I put this? They're people that dress and look a certain way that society has deemed as misfits or miscreants and problem childs and things like that. But I can tell you, some of the nicest people in the world I've ever met look like some of the scariest people. Tatted up, all over, the piercings out the wazoo, more metal and ink than actual skin. And yet they are some of the nicest, most helpful, kind-hearted, least judgmental, most understanding people I've ever known. And then you have people that are total white collar, just, clean as can be, always shaved, no tattoos visible, no piercings, societal outstanding people that society would deem as high-class citizens that are well respected, and yet those are the people that probably are the most judgmental. No, I'm not saying all, just as not all people that look scary aren't scary. There are people out there, that they live the way they look. But, you just get people that you would expect to be some of the nicest people in the world, the most unjudgmental and just all around well-behaved, nice-statured people. And yet there's some of the most bitter, most judgmental, most cruel people you'll ever meet. And a prime example, my brother lived on the streets for 4 years, fell into the lifestyle of drugs and substance abuse, and here he is now. And even during that time, he is one of the most kind-hearted people that never passes judgment on anybody, and you'd see him on the street filthy, unbathed, and just strung out, and yet he'd bend over backwards for anybody. He would help anyone for any reason. He doesn't even have to know you, and he'd be there to help. Car broke down, he's got you. He's gonna help push you across the street, down the street, or whatever. And yet I've got other family members, or former, family members that have been removed since, by divorce, that are well off, financially fit, and if they saw you sitting on the corner, they'd walk right by you. They wouldn't think twice to so much as even look at your direction. And they're the most capable of helping financially and just as capable as anyone else emotionally, and yet they wouldn't even look twice. And so they definitely subscribe to the respect is earned, not given theory, school of thought. And to me, it's just not okay. We are all cut from the same cloth at the core. We're all human beings. We're all of the same genotype. We're all 100% to the core just as valuable as the next person, So for me, I personally subscribe to the school of thought that respect is given, not earned. And if you are, like I said, if you are the type that is definitely the opposite of that, where people have to earn your respect before you give it, look at your friends, look at your family, look at your acquaintances. How many of them do you think would you say you respect? And out of those people that you don't respect, how many of them actually give you respect? If the answer is 0, maybe you should kind of reevaluate how you look at the world and values like respect. Well, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, let me know what your thoughts are, how you see it. Maybe it's not one of the two. Maybe you have another theory or a school of thought that I haven't heard of or thought of. But go ahead and put that down in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed already, click that subscribe button, and please, hit a like. Hit that like button. It helps me. I'm a new channel. I want to grow. So the more people we get to like, the more subscriptions I get, obviously the better I can do, the more people I can reach, which ultimately could change somebody's life. Who knows? Maybe there's somebody that does subscribe to the respect is earned and not given school of thought, and they don't have a lot of friends because of it. Maybe they can see this and it changes the way they see things, and maybe it can help them readapt their mindset so that maybe they can have more people in their lives that actually respect them, and in turn they can respect more people. So again, just let me know what you think. Click like. I want to see if I can get just 10 likes. That's it, just 10. If I can get 10, I will be the happiest person, and I will respect all of you. No, I'm just kidding. I respect all of you no matter what. Well, again, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend.